Now, this is interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I don't know if we can have our class today, but we'll just give it a shot. I'm hoping, if you build your business around just Facebook and Instagram, that is a major issue. Let me hear your voice, Gillian Bolus. Well done. Have you checked your social media handle today? And Madam Margaret, have you checked your social media handle today? What's been happening? Oh, we have people joining now. Pauline, welcome. I'd like us to interact briefly before we get started. Pauline, talk to me. Have you joined? You need to enable your audio so you can interact with me.
Hello.
Yes. So good evening, ma'am.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. So good.
I've been wondering since late afternoon till now. It's like the WhatsApp is not working.
WhatsApp is
I
not
don't
working.
seem to be receiving anything.
Instagram
I even switched off my phone to see whether it will pick up, but I didn't still get anything.
Oh my God! Instagram isn't working. Facebook isn't working. And WhatsApp isn't working. These are three mobile applications owned by Facebook. Facebook bought WhatsApp in 2014 and bought Instagram in 2012. And they own these companies. And they have a little either it's an attack, either we have an attack on them, or the platform is having issues. At the moment, as we speak, I was checking out Google. I was wondering what the challenge is. I couldn't, usually you see that I'll post these adverts for this program in different platforms. I'll just keep posting. Most of you get irritated when I post it, but it's basically just to awaken you guys and get you to join this class on Zoom. But today I noticed I waited around 7 o'clock. I checked I was thinking maybe it's an Airtel issue. And by the way, Airtel, Nine Mobile, and even MTN have been having a lot of network issues. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yes, that is true. I tried to have a call with somebody this evening. We could not even discuss.
Wow.
If we discuss for 1 minute, it will be off.
Wow. I'm even surprised that my network is keeping me here on. So there's something I want us to learn today that is important. While it is important to take your business to Facebook and advertise on Facebook, advertise on WhatsApp, you must have an independent platform where you can keep your information. And that's why at the end of the day, email marketing is still the way to go. Email marketing is still the way to go. At the end of the day, email marketing, as in having them in your email, in the cloud or whatever, just having those things, having those things set aside with independent of all the social media platforms. Let me say this to us. Facebook has been in control of the social media space for more than 10 years. In fact, they started dominating from 2007, 2008. They literally captured the whole world. By 2009, I joined Facebook and it was huge. By 2012, Facebook went public. To go public means they sold shares. And because they sold shares and went public, Facebook got capitalized, had a lot of money to enter into the market. So by 2012, with that money, they were able to buy a struggling Instagram. Instagram was struggling then. The owner of Instagram had built the app and was struggling, so they bought Instagram then. And then through the power of Facebook, the collaborations, they still kept the CEO of Instagram. They took Instagram from 150 million members to today about 1.5 billion members in the space. So they bought over Instagram. Instagram is a photo sharing site. Instagram is also a place where you can put your pictures and so on. It came and took over MySpace. For those of you who follow social media, there was something called MySpace. I think, yes, MySpace app. MySpace is more like what Instagram is trying to do. But Facebook came and took over that space, took over that domination. Then the next, Facebook started doing messenger chat, but they realized that WhatsApp, because it is integrated to phone numbers, was having more traction and that was a competition for them. Facebook doesn't want anybody to leave Facebook. They want everything to happen on Facebook. Facebook is like the world, like a nation. There's nothing you want to do that you cannot do on Facebook, including e-commerce. You can sell things on Facebook. You can raise funds. There's fundraising app. Most of you don't know there's a fundraising app on Facebook. There is everything. You can play games. You can, Facebook even have their own currency called Lima, the cryptocurrency. They wanted everything to happen. And because of that, they were not very comfortable with WhatsApp being independent. So they bought over WhatsApp in 2019 for $19 billion. They got it, and of course, it has helped them to expand their network. But my problem is that, and I'll say this to us, most of us who are interested, just pay attention because it will help you in business, that these businesses, this Facebook has grown so huge and so big, they are now becoming a nuisance. By that, I mean that, for example, most of us are network marketers. They place a ban on certain businesses that can be advertised on Facebook. If you sell health products, any health-related products, you are not allowed to advertise on Facebook. If you sell a supplement, even if you advertise for a while, their robots will kick you out and ban your account. If you run a network marketing organization and you try to advertise anything network marketing, they will ban you and kick you out. If you run network marketing, do investment, anything crypto, anyone you're seeing there, they'll keep you for a while. After they ban your account. And then the only thing they allow sometimes, is that they allow people who sell education. Maybe you have health education or multi-level marketing education, or you're selling but if you sell directly any network marketing company, they will take you down. It'll become so bad that there was a time that we created another way to run ads. We start buying Facebook accounts from Europeans. I think Dennis, my friend, gave me a video to watch, and then we started buying videos from outside of Nigeria so that we can run ads. They now discovered it, and then they blocked that, so we couldn't even run ads. Then it seems to us that they do not allow Nigerians to enjoy certain privileges. For example, you are supposed to be able to raise funds. If you put a very interesting post, people can send you money through Facebook. You go to America, you go to the Europe, you go to some even African countries like South Africa, they can send you stars, they can send you donations just by watching, but it's not permitted in Nigeria. All right. And when Nigerians run Facebook ads, they go so scrutinized and take down a lot of ads. So it's very difficult and challenging. Well, many accounts have been banned again and again for Nigerians to run Facebook ads. The Nigerian government even went as far as doing something worse for us. What the Nigerian government did was that usually we have our MasterCard. With your MasterCard, you're supposed to put in your card and run ads, right? But now, Facebook will not recognize the card. Next thing that Facebook will do is that Facebook will not even, they'll keep debiting you, even after the ads are finished. They will keep debiting your account. And I think that is fraudulent. Even when the ads are done, they keep debiting your account. It's so sad. The Nigerian government now said that the highest amount of ads you can run with a dollar card or a Nigerian debit card is $100. So in a month, you can't do more than $100. I think it was the CBN that put out, so when you put your card, if you do more than $100, that card cannot run again. So it limited Nigerians to doing not more than $100 for ads, because there was a time when we could do as much as, I was doing up to $400, $500 a month. But because of that restrictions, we're now limited to doing $100 a month when we're doing close to $400 a month. So it affected a lot of people. People started looking for alternative routes. Why am I going through this long story? It's just to tell us this one thing, that guys, and I want you to listen very carefully. Build your business, yes, with social media, but have your own space so you can have other channels to advertise your product. Now, let me give you an example. A lot of people run adverts, do have their own shops. They have their marketplace, their e-commerce. They put in marketplace on Facebook, and they have thousands of people that go there to buy from them. Now that Facebook is down, and maybe they have collected money from some people to run to do adverts on in their groups. How will it work now? Most of them have groups, different groups. How would they be able to advertise? There's a challenge. So we encourage you to join ecooperative.africa because ecooperative is an independent community. We run on different server. We have our own different, so we advertise to ourselves. Our community is growing. People are going there. You can create your own shop and have different products placed there. I'll show you that shortly. Different products placed there, and you can advertise. And people in the community can buy. We are a closed group community, independent of social media. We can share our stuff to social media. We can share our stuff to Telegram. We can share it to people's emails. We can share the links. But we are not dependent only on Facebook. It's a growing community, and the time will come where we will have as much as 100,000, 200,000, 1 million people on eCooperative, where we can buy from ourselves, we can sell to ourselves, we can raise funds from ourselves, we can do group funding, group savings, we can do a lot of things together. Facebook is a community, and eCooperative is also a community. Although it cannot compare eCooperative with Facebook, by joining the eCooperative community, you're going to be earning money for yourself, and everything is independent. And let me tell you another thing. I don't know if you were here when MK Akan talked about decentralized financing. What do I mean by decentralized financing? What does centralized financing mean? Centralized financing means that money goes to a particular location. Everything is a command and control kind of system. Everything goes to one location. That's what's happening to Facebook now. Everything is going to one particular location before, just like the federal government, the Central Bank of Nigeria. That's centralized financing. Most companies receive money. But in eCooperative, we are using the 21st century model. We do decentralized financing. Decentralized financing peer-to-peer. That's what cryptocurrency is using. And because cryptocurrency is using peer-to-peer, there's no problem. Okay, it is supporting each other. You cannot get one person. You cannot take down eCooperative at all. Because it's decentralized. People are supporting themselves. Money is not going to a central pool. It's not all the money is not going to one pool before they are paying you your money. That's the difference between eCooperative and any other business. The money is not going to, in most companies that you run, the money is going to a certain central account. Then from there, they will now determine how much they'll pay you, how much they'll credit you. Now the problem is, if anything happens to that company, if for example, if the Central Bank of Nigeria now blocks the account number of that company that you are doing multi-level marketing business with, if they block it, how would they pay you? If the government bans production, if the government stops, if your government gives them problem from bringing importing products, how would you get paid? So those are the challenges of centralized financing, because so that's the problem. But decentralized financing, or some kind of decentralized financing, is that people are supporting themselves. People are helping themselves. Government cannot track. You can receive an alert from somebody supporting your business, and the government is not tracing to determine, why did you get that money? Why did you not get that money? Because you can receive money from anybody, right? So the cooperative is also part of the system, doing like you too, receiving money, building their own network. You are building your network. People are receiving 4K, 8K from different persons who are supporting them. Some they know, some they don't know. That is the way, it's called peer-to-peer, it's called sharing economy, and that is the way the world is supposed to go through. That's why people are fighting cryptocurrency. That's why people are, because it's decentralized. And I don't know if it's making any sense at all. If it's making sense, I want you to say it's making sense. So the business we are doing is a very powerful business. I don't know, we don't have a large crowd today, but let me go ahead and share what I wanted to share today, because it's very important that we study what I want to share. Because if you take note of what I've told you today, it will really, really help you. It's called the COBRA. Let's talk about the COBRA effects. What's the COBRA effect? We'll look at what it means. And I want you to follow me very carefully. We'll probably, hopefully by tomorrow, social media will be back. Social media will be back, and then we'll have more people join us. But if you are here You're a determined person, and I trust that God will bless you. I like people that are committed to this. So if you just join this group and your sound is on, you can mute your sound. When we're done with the class, we'll make some contributions and take some contributions. All right. What do we mean by the COBRA effect? You know what the COBRA is? The COBRA is the most dangerous snake. The COBRA is the most dangerous snake. There are different kinds of snakes. There's green, there are vipers, different kinds of snakes. But the COBRA is the most, I see it's standing like that. If it wants to go to raise up its head to its full length, it can go as long as it can stand as long as a human being. It can raise its neck like a human being. And that hood around its neck is actually its ribs. It's a cannibal. It's very poisonous. It can strike you. It is very fast and very dangerous. And you see cobras a lot in places like India. So there's something happened. Let me just tell you about what happened a few years ago. So in India, I know most of you know India. India is very large, just like China. India is very, very huge, very huge, very, very big continent. Is it a continent? It's a country, but it's very huge. It's in Asia. It's the second largest country in the world. It has close to more than 1 billion people. So Delhi is the capital of India. I think so. Yes, capital of India. And one of the things you must understand about, aside the language they speak, they have various languages, they have various ethnicities, they have various races. One other language that Indians speak is English. That is Hinglish. It's a combination of their native language and Hindi and English. So you see them speak something close to English, then they have this mixture. I'm sure you notice that if you watch a lot of Indian movies, they mix their Hindi with English, you call it English. But they also speak English, all right? Because they were colonized by the British, just like Nigeria was colonized by the British, they had colonial masters were British colonial masters, and they ruled them for many years, and they got independence, long before Nigeria, but they were colonized by the British, and that's why they speak English. So very many years ago, in 1911, the Indians are somehow they have this affinity with snakes and cobras. So when the British people arrived, they have already arrived to colonize, they noticed that new governors and laws walking on the street, they'll see a lot of cobras. People were everywhere, cobras everywhere, cobras everywhere. And so it became a concern, and people were even being killed. Some of the British lords and executives that showed up, they were killed. So the British government, colonial masters, now came up with a decree and said that, look, guys, we need to reduce the amount of cobras that we have in Delhi. So they gave a bounty and said that anybody who can kill any cobra and bring to a certain place, they'll be giving money, because they felt that without really thinking through the process, without really thinking through, they made that decision and said, you know what? Anybody that kills a cobra and will give you certain money, and XYZ amount of money. And before long, the solution, that incentive seemed to bring a kind of solution. I mean, people said to bring a lot of snakes. Then it sprang up an idea from a certain set of people, certain set of entrepreneurs. They say, okay, we should kill cobras and bring and get paid. Okay, not bad. So guess what they said to do? They started to breed cobras. They started to create cobra farms, snake farms, so that they can kill them and be selling to the British government. There are people called cobra charmers. They use their flute, and those snakes, they will attract the snakes from different places. They will come, when they come to these places, they will now, charm them, catch them, put them into a basket and breed them, get them to copulate, get them to mate, and have plenty cobras, kill them, and sell them and make money. So a business started. So after a while, the British government noticed that people are making money from this thing. A lot of snakes are coming, people are bringing money and making money. They now realize that, my dear, people have started creating snake farms in different parts of Delhi, different parts of India, and they are bringing, in outskirts of India, they are bringing them to make a lot of money. So guess what the British government did? They now stopped the payment. They stopped that payment. The moment they stopped the payment, These snake farmers, cobra farmers, didn't have money again, and they had lots of snakes. So what did they do? They now released the snakes into the city, so that even though the city had seemed to be relieved of cobras, the city had 10 times more cobras. It's a major, major problem. 10 times more cobras. 10 times more cobras. So they called it the COBRA effect. And I'm going to explain what that means. 10 times, the British government did not think through. Their decision was not based on thorough thinking. Before they now said, oh, bring snakes and then we'll give you money. They didn't think through to the end, and I'll look at that shortly. And if you're going to get certain results in your life, if you're not going to mess up your life, you've got to think holistically. We'll discuss that shortly. In 1902, something similar happened. Now, there's a country called Vietnam. Vietnam, if it is somewhere in Asia, I'm sure if you're a person who loves geography, you know that there are many countries you don't even know. And this country is a country that you should also know. It's a Chinese, one of these Asian countries. You have many like that. We have Philippines, you have Indonesia, you have Malaysia, one of those countries. We have Maya, we have many of them like that. Vietnam is one of them. In fact, America fought a war with them, for those of you who follow history. So the people who colonized Vietnam were the French. Like Nigeria was colonized by British, India was colonized by British, the French colonized. So they noticed when they arrived there and they were there for a while, they noticed that rats were everywhere. Rats, all kinds of rats everywhere. So in Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. So they noticed it and they said, you know what, guys, we need to stop rats. So they didn't think through the process. They now incentivize the people and said, guys, they put a bounty on rats. Anybody that can kill a rat will give you money. Just bring the tail of the rat. So people started bringing tails, and they was paying people. All of a sudden, they now realize that the French colonial masters who were not thinking properly, you know what they noticed? They started noticing that when they see rats around, rats were not having tails. Living rats were going about not having tails. So they now stopped. Apparently, people had seen a business idea. They will catch a rat, cut the tail, take the tail, go and get money, and put the rat back into sewage so that they can reproduce. And so the place was still infested with a lot of rats with no tails. Okay, so they call this thing the COBRA effect, the signs of unintended consequences. That when your decisions are not thought through, when they are not qualitative, when your decisions are rash, when you think that by adding incentive or by adding bonus or by adding reward, when your decisions are fast or rash, when you don't think through a decision, when quality thinking has not been put into that decision you want to make, when you just jump to get married, when you just jump to do a business, when you just jump to join the cooperative and not think through, what will happen eventually is that the COBRA effect will happen to you. What seemed to be good will now turn to be worse. So your goal as an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur is to make sure that you don't have the COBRA effect in your life. You don't make rash decisions. That the quality of thoughts given to any project you do, whether it is business, whether it's your personal life, whether it is as a parent, anything you do, you must not just think about now or the short term, you must think thoroughly. Let me explain that to you. Like in the case of those cobras, before the British government started saying they should destroy all the cobras, they should have thought. Before they now start giving rewards to people, should have thought, come on, are there really cobras in this place? Okay, who are the people that understand? Why are the cobras here? Who are the people that understand cobras? Oh, snake charmers. Let us invite them for a meeting and let's discuss with them. Let them tell us what we can do. Then from there, we can now determine what we have now discuss with the snake charmers, what we've now discussed with the community, discuss with what the problem, if it's a problem, identify the solution. We can now come up with a holistic concept that will bring out, and it's okay, should we put monies So the people will bring a solution out. And from there, they would have a better approach. So the thinking was just rash. They thought that by giving reward, they will solve a problem. Rather than solve the problem, it compounded the problem. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all to you. In the same vein, those French colonial masters, instead of telling people, oh, when you bring a tail of a rat, we'll give you money, they would have thought through a tail of a rat. What's the evidence that the rat is dead? Why do we have rat infestation? Should we kill the rats? Where are the rats? Or should we clear the sewage? Who are the stakeholders? What are the short-term effects? What are the repercussions? Before they now make a decision. So what I'm trying to say here is because what I'm trying to say basically is that if you don't give quality thinking to everything that you do, including business, you will have unintended consequences, things that you didn't expect. It will become worse. You join a network marketing company and you didn't think through the process. And all of a sudden, you start having enemies instead of friends. People start avoiding you. Things that was seem good, that you thought was good, becomes worse. You now hate the industry. You didn't think through the investment. You invested. You were rushing your decision. You didn't think through the end. Your decision was just based on whatever you thought you're going to get now, because the percentage was very high. You thought about what you can get now. And all of a sudden, you realize that you got into debt. They ran away with your money. So the COBRA effect is something that affects people who don't think through. So I often tell people, I say, look, life is like a chessboard. I don't know if you're here and you play chess, but if you're here and you don't play chess, I will encourage you to go and learn how to play chess. It's for fun. Just like you learn how to play Ludo or Scrabble or any of these things. Learn how to play chess. It will help you. I learned how to play chess some 20 years ago. Okay, I just learned how to play chess. It's not like draft, though. It's a very interesting game. It's a strategy game. What I like about chess is that it enables you not just to think of one move. It enables you to think of 4 or 5 moves and its consequences. It enables you to think about what your competition or your competitor will do in 4 or 5 moves. You have to think ahead. You have to think 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, 6 steps, 7 steps, 8 steps. That if you do this will happen. So life is like a chessboard. There are competitors. We are fighting. It's a game. It's a fight. And you have to give quality thinking to it. So here's what I'm going to say to you. If you're following me, here's what I want to say to you. And I want you to take down note of this. The quality of your decision is dependent on the quality of your thinking. The quality of your decision is dependent on the quality of your thinking. Every decision that you make in your life has a consequence. Every decision that you make has a destination. And your outcomes in life is dependent on your decision. It's not the conditions of life that determine your outcomes. It's the decisions you're making. Even your indecision is a decision that has destiny. Even your indecision is a decision. So for you to make any decision, take any action or make any decisive action, you've got to give it quality thinking. Think through. So the quality of your decision is dependent on the quality of your thinking. How many of us really think? A lot of us worry. A lot of us fear. A lot of us assume. A lot of us presume. A lot of us, have faith. We don't think. And I'll tell you a few things quickly today. We don't think. Because I want to highlight this. I already said it. Our decisions determine our destiny. Our decisions. In fact, your decision is greater than any destiny you may think you have. In philosophy, there's this controversy between decision and destiny. There's some people that say that success is a destiny. There's some people who say no, success is a decision. So people say that people are destined to be rich. And they believe it. So they believe in luck. Some people believe in luck. Some people believe in work. Work versus luck. Some people believe in miracles. Some other people believe in principles. Principles versus miracle. So what I believe that, look, I don't say that there's no element of luck. I don't say there's no element of providence. I don't say that God in his sovereign will and power does not make people rich. I don't disagree that there are certain miracles that happen, but I say that very, very often principles gain preeminence. Principles gain ascendancy. Principle is supreme. Decision is greater than destiny. So that even if you are destined to be a robber, but to make a conscious decision to go the path of righteousness, you will turn your destiny around. Even if you are destined to be poor, but you make a conscious decision to go the path of wealth, to apply the principles, you would activate the miracles. And I believe that. I don't know if you believe that is true. So there is nothing. So this is very important. Now, let's not go away or digress from our thoughts. The COBRA effect is that if you don't think quality, you will make poor decisions. And when you make poor decisions, you're going to have poor outcomes. You would have consequences that you didn't expect. Things will move from bad to worse. Move from bad to worse to worst. And that's not what you want, right? So let us understand quickly today different kinds of thinkings. Different kinds of thinking. And it will help you to grow. I'll just take a few. I'm going to continue tomorrow, probably go over this tomorrow and then continue tomorrow. Now, the thinking that is very limiting is called linear thinking. Linear thinking simply means straight thinking. You know, we're very myopic. Some of us are very myopic. That if I do this, do that, I'll get this. If X equals Y, it means that Y would equals Z. That's linear thinking. If X, A equals B, it means that B equals C. Linear thinkers use information they have learned from one situation to apply it to another situation in order to solve the kind of thinking. It's not bad. Linear thinkers use information they have learned from one situation to apply it to another situation in order to solve problems. They use consistency, rules, formulas, or patterns to make decisions in life. So you look at certain patterns. So if this is equals to this, therefore this is equals to that. It's a good kind of thinking. But in real life, we know that things because A equals B does not mean that C equals D. Because A equals B does not mean that B equals C. That's the challenge with linear thinking. It's too straight. It does not bring into cognizance the complexities of lives, the probabilities of life. Because if you give people money to stop so that they can give you snake, you reduce, snake will reduce. You didn't think about the fact that by giving them money so that they can kill snakes, a business can emerge from there. People will start breeding snakes. You didn't think to that extent. You only thought, give them money, they will take the money and kill the snakes. You didn't think that, oh, if they kill the snakes, somebody can wake up one morning, oh, what a business. I can start a business. I can have a snake farm. And then at the end of the day, I make more money. So you only thought short term. You didn't think long term. That is linear thinking. That's the challenge of linear thinking. The second kind of thinking is called non-linear thinking. And I want you to have this kind of thinking. It makes you realize that, look, life is very complex. That all I have to do is talk to 4 people and then they will come. That's you thinking linear. Non-linear thinking is that for me to get 4 people to join my business, I need to talk to 40 people so that I can get 1. I need to talk to 40 people. For me to have 4 active people, I need to talk to 100 people so that I can select 4 quality people that can also duplicate. What if these 4 people I bring that I am focusing on don't continue to do the business? So non-linear thinking, look what it says. Non-linear thinking is human thinking that has the characteristics of expansion in various directions rather than a single direction, like linear thinking. And based on the idea that there are diverse starting positions from which a person can apply logic to a situation. I like this kind of thinking. So you join ecooperative.africa and you say, okay, I will start. There are people that will join the business because it's 2,000 naira. But I also realized that there are certain people that will not join my business because 2,000 naira to them look like a small money. So I make provision, maybe one of my legs, that will not just be for 2K, that will be for those that can enter level 2 straight at 6K. I will also make provision for those that can enter at level 3, that's 14K. And I'll also make provision for those that can enter level 4 at 30K. There are some people that if you discuss the business at 30K, they will join the business. If you can share the value that they can get by joining at 30K, they will join the business. And you can have a leg in your business that focuses just on those that will enter at 30K, and they'll appreciate it. You can call it a fast track method. They will join your business. And so you earn your money. Everybody earns the money faster. As you thinking beyond just, oh, let me bring my 4 and then my 16. And so now that is good. Doing it the way the company wants you to do is fine. It's bad. But it's linear thinking. When you start thinking non-linear, you start looking at possibilities. Also, you think, okay, I have my 4. What if in my 4th leg, somebody is not active? What options do I have? What can I do? What can I add? So when you start thinking, what if is a linear kind of thinking? It looks like you're negative, but you're not really negative. You're looking at possibilities. You're looking at options in life. It's a different kind of thing. And I'm going to share other things that are linear, non-linear. All right? It enables you to enjoy. Another very important kind of thinking that I feel a lot of people don't have, and I was talking to my friend the other day, and I said, look, people that are rich, there are dimensions of thinking. There are levels of thinking, and the quality of your life is dependent on the quality of thinking that you have. Because your thinking determines your decisions, your decisions determine your outcome. Your thinking determines your decision determines your outcome. So you don't get into any business without, first of all, not just thinking linear, thinking non-linear. What if, how about, what if, how about, why not? That's non-linear thinking. What if, how about, why not? That's non-linear thinking. Outcome thinking is, I want to do ecooperative.africa. What is my outcome? What exactly do I want to achieve? Do I want to get into this business and get this 4.6 million naira? You must specifically determine what I want to get. Do I want to enjoy the benefits of the products and from there learn more about social media marketing, digital marketing, public speaking, business? Is that my goal? Do I want to take advantage of the e-commerce platform and sell now that is new, position myself strategically so that I can sell all my products? Do I want to build a team so that ultimately I can extract the numbers, get the people to join my other business? That's outcome thinking. A lot of people don't think outcome. They don't think, what exactly do you want to achieve? Do I want to build friends? Do I want to do the e-commerce? Am I waiting for the savings? Am I waiting for the investment? How much savings do I want to have? Do I want to build a cryptocurrency portfolio through the downloading Bitnop? So when you get into any business, not just e-cooperative, what is the outcome? When you think outcome, you think result, you think, what are we doing this business for? As in, what exactly do I want to get out of it? When you have that specific goal in mind, the how will show up, ideas will start coming. You start thinking not just linear, but non-linear. Okay, what if, how about, why not? So outcome thinking is a very, very powerful thinking. When you want to join eCooperative.Africa or any business, start with the end in mind. What's my exit strategy? In business, we call exit strategy. What's my exit strategy? What amount of money will I have, and I'm okay, I benefited from this business? What amount of money? Else, greed will just take, whether you're doing FX, you're doing crypto, you must have an exit strategy. You must have an outcome at the back of your mind. And so you start with the end in mind, start beginning from the end. In fact, that is the habit of highly successful people. According to Stephen Covey, in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, he said, start with the end in mind. Anything you're doing, start with the end. Even in speaking, we say, start with your close. What is your exit? Your entry is not important as your exit. So I'm saying this for you to start thinking. No, I tell people, I say, look, one of the philosophies I have is don't start something that you're going to stop. It shows that you're a failure. And if you start something, you mustn't stop. People have sent me a lot of businesses. Oh, come on, join this business. You do better. Come on, this business. They tell me, come on, do many businesses. And they're all great business. And I tell them, they're all great businesses. They're all fantastic businesses. But my dear, I have an outcome. I have an outcome. Before I joined eCooperative, I had an outcome. There's a goal I have at the back of my mind. And until I achieve it, there's no need to distract or decentralize or dissipate my energy. Let me focus and see if I can get the outcome. Of course, I give myself a timeline and I work towards that timeline. I build my team. And when I get the outcome, I know, okay, this is it. This is my exit strategy, or this is what I want to. I can now begin to consider other things. Does it make any sense at all to you? So eCooperative is that business that I've been teaching you, I've been sharing with you, and I've not even started this class. Maybe tomorrow, by God's grace, I will look at some other parts of it, some other parts of thinking, because there are different kinds of thinking, and I'm not going to open the cat, because the quality of decisions determines the outcomes you have, and so that you don't allow the COBRA effect to affect your life. Because this COBRA effect is not what I created, though. It's a philosophy in economics. It's a philosophy in politics. Do you always think the COBRA effect? This decision we're about to make, like, I'll give you an example. In politics, some people will say that if you kill somebody now, this man is, if you kill Nnamdi Kanu, who is agitating for Biafra, just because you want to, if you killed him, you don't think of the COBRA effect, that can form another terrorist group, like they did to the founder of Boko Haram. They killed him. They really didn't think. So right now, they're very careful. They're very careful. Like the sheikh, they've been given to put in jail. They don't kill them because they are thinking, if we kill him now, what's the COBRA effect? What's the other effect? What will the decision that we make go worse? And there are times when you need to kill the person at the beginning when he's just starting, knowing that if you allow this man, he becomes so powerful and very influential. So let's kill him now. So you understand? So that's how it affects policy. So politicians they're so particular about the COBRA effects. Even in business, you see them talk about the COBRA effects. They say, look, don't give them bonuses. It may cost, if you give them bonus, why are we giving them bonuses? Will it make the decision worse? Will people even become lazier? I'll give you an example. People, every end of the year, there are a lot of bonanzas. Some companies start putting a lot of bonuses at a certain period of the year so that customers can buy more and earn more bonuses if they purchase a certain product. So you know what happened? They put that as a bonus, that without thinking through, without thinking to the end, without thinking about the outcome, about the consequences. And guess what? Because they gave that bonuses, people will not buy the products within the year. They will wait until that certain period when there will be a lot of discount and so on and start buying. So it means that products were not sold the first part of the year. The company lost money. And because the company has to give discount again, company still lost money when that season came. It was all to the advantage of the customer. So the company has not thought to the end. They just give a bonus without thinking through. So eCooperative is a fantastic business. Today, we are very few here today because we don't have Facebook and WhatsApp to do a lot of publicity, right? But guess what? eCooperative says, let's run a decentralized system. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm very sure I will discuss with eCooperative management. They have start sending mails, start checking your mails more often. Because very soon we'll start receiving mails about meetings like this, rather than go on WhatsApp and so on. You know, eCooperative runs a decentralized system. eCooperative eCommerce is also decentralized. Go and post your product there and sell. Make your money for yourself. Make money for yourself. You can choose to use the escrow account, but it's optional. If you post it, good for you. So you can buy and sell stuff in eCooperative. You can raise funds. You raise funds for people you don't know, or people that you know. It's up to you. And all the money goes to you. It's not going to a central point. And another thing that you can do, you also have opportunity to learn from people like you, members and people that are experts in the field. You can learn from them in the cooperative platform. It's a business you share. It's a solid business. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's a solid business that will last years after some of the businesses that you're rushing for have gone. You will still look back and see a cooperative. You will still look back and see the business. It is solid because of the depth of thinking, the level of thinking they put. So you notice that you're not competing with others. Bring those other companies and advertise there in the platform. It's a dimension of thinking. They're telling you that, look, do the decentralized, pay yourself. It's a dimension of thinking. It's a dimension of thinking. There's a portion in the Bible, Psalm 92 verse 5. If you're a Christian and you feel led to go check it out. Sorry for those who are not Christians, maybe you're an atheist or something, or Jehovah's, you don't read that with the Bible. So sorry, but for those of you who like to read the Bible, write Psalm 92 verse 5. And the scripture says, written by David. David said something striking. He said, "O Lord, how great are your works. Thy thoughts are deep." Thy thoughts are deep. And so he was saying, God, your works are great. The earth is great. The things you do are great because your thoughts are deep. So if man is created in the image of God, as we believe as Christians, and the Bible says so, we can also say, oh man, how great are your works. Your thoughts are deep. So great works are a function of deep thoughts. If you give deep thinking to anything, you produce great works. There is no business that you give thorough thinking to that you will not generate unexpected results. There's a level of thinking you give to any business that will crack the code. You don't get it. You crack the code. You say, I've cracked the code in real estate. I've cracked the code in network marketing. I've cracked the code in digital marketing. I was telling a young man today, I said to him, young man, whatever ideas I tell to you are the secrets that I have discovered. They are my own secrets. They are my own codes. In experimenting and learning from others and trying my own, I have come up with this combination of principles, this combination of keys. And that's why I'm unlocking my own doors of success. I'm unlocking my own doors of success. I could tell you my own combination of keys. I could tell you my own combination of codes. When you go to apply, it doesn't work for you. Because there is a level of thinking that you must apply yourself to be able to discover your own keys that will crack the code. It takes thinking. Observe, learn, I agree. Copy, I agree. But my brother and my sister, there's a certain level of thinking that will crack your own code. You can get into, there are some people that have entered into the network market, this is our eCooperative, and they are cracking, they are making money from it. They are enjoying the benefits. You are still struggling. They have given thought to it. They've come up with strategies and you're still struggling. So I don't know if I've encouraged anybody today to join this business. And let's say a few things about how to join the business. First of all, you need to have a sponsor. That sponsor will give you a referral link. That's if you're just new and you've not known this business, but that's it, all right? So what you need to have to be part of eCooperative, okay, you need to have your phone number, your email, and a bank account, all right? And of course, they say come with 4 people, work with 4 people, 4 quality people. So for me to get 4 persons, I may need to get 30, 40 to select my 4 persons. I invite 4 persons to join my business. Each of them will give me money and I'm in and I'm good. So let us really run through this thing, because this is something that we teach in our business that is so important. We run by 4x4 matrix, okay? And our business doesn't have, it's not unlimited. We have an end. So there's an end to the business. You can start again, join the business again, and so on. You have 4 people you're going to give money to, 4 uplines. Like those 4 people you see up there, particularly you're going to give your 4 uplines. The direct sponsor is that fair lady. Let's call her Jane. She's wearing a red dress, and that's you there with a smiling suit. You're on level 0 when you copy the link, get the link, person's link, and register, you're on level 0. But if you want to move to level 1, you have to give your upline 2,000. She gives you a link, you register, give the person 2,000 naira, and the person registers you and moves you to level 1. All right. So you're told to invite 4 persons, share your link with them, teach them about the business, show them about the business, invite them to meetings like this, or invite your upline to talk to them. And then each of them was supposed to give you 2,000 naira. When they give you 2,000 naira each, you get 8,000 naira. 2,000 naira in 4 places, 8,000 naira. So if you want, you can exit the program there. Of course, when you get registered your 2,000 naira, you get a welcome package, digital marketing package on how to do business online, how to attract customers, how to trade, and all of that. And then you also have access to opening your e-commerce shop. When you, as a registered members now, you can go and upload things and sell to the community and share to other communities. All right, that's one of the benefits of just paying 2,000 naira. So, but if I want more, if I want to earn more from this network building, all I simply have to do is upgrade to level 2. I click on upgrade. Let's call the other guy Joe. Joe's details will appear, and I'll give him 4,000 naira. All right, it activates my level 2. Whenever these 4 persons bring their 4 each, they would have 16. When the 16 people want to move to level 2, just like I gave 4,000 naira to Joe, these 16 people will give me 4,000 naira each, amounting to 64,000. That is 4,000 times 16 means that I will get 64,000 naira in total. If I want to move to level 3, I'll click on upgrade. All right. All right. And the benefits for level 2, lots of benefits for level 2. Okay. Lots of benefits for level 2. I want to move to level 3 and earn more. I'll click on upgrade. I'll take my 64,000 and give 8,000 naira to, let's call her Kate. All right. Then I'll activate my level 3 package. 16 people will bring 4 each, that's 64. When they want to move to level 3, just like I gave 8,000 naira to Kate, they will also see my details on their dashboard and give me 8,000 naira each, amounting to 512,000. So 8,000 times 64 is 512,000 naira. That's about $1,000, and that's a lot of money, really. If I want more, I click on upgrade. Philip's details will appear. I give 16,000 naira to him. My 64 persons will bring 4 each, amounting to 256 people. When they want to move to level 4, just like I gave 16,000 naira to Philip, they would also see my details on their dashboard, and they will contribute 16,000 naira each, amounting to 4,096,000 naira. So what's our account balance is very simple. Total amount of money I've earned, that is the 8,000, the 64,000, the 512,000, the 4,096,000 naira totals 4,680,000 naira. My upgrade cost to Jane, Joe, Kate, and Philip is 2K, 4K, 8K, 16K, amounting to 30,000 naira. If I subtract 30,000 naira from 4,680,000 naira, I would have 4,650,000 naira, but I only began with 2,000 naira. Amazing business. So tomorrow, I'm going to continue this teaching, and I'm going to show you how to, I'm going to be drawing some things on the board. And I don't know who is here, and if I made any sense at all to anybody, I'm going to show you how to crack the eCooperative code through quality thinking. I'm going to show you other kinds of thinkings and the way to move your life forward. Now, this thing I've taught you, I teach it to top organizations, and they pay me very, very heavily. Top organizations, they pay me very heavily. All right. But I've decided as a member of eCooperative to share it with you for free. And don't take it for granted, because on a good day, you would have paid a lot of money to come and hear some of the ideas that we've been sharing. You can go to our YouTube channel and see the quality of information that we give there and the quality of resource persons that we bring. We do not hide anything from you, because we truly know that you can succeed. And it's because you're a member of eCooperative that you enjoy this benefit. And if you're a member, if you're not a member, you just joined and you become a member, we will pay attention to you more, because there's something about community building that is strong. Because I know that if you succeed in the business, I will succeed. Especially if you're my team and you succeed in the business, I will succeed. It's a level of thinking. All right. So If I've made any sense at all to you, I want you to unmute your mic and say, George, you just made sense. You made sense. That's one. And don't just say you made sense by typing or by saying it. I also want you to tell me what you learned from the conversation. Tomorrow will be better. I'm going to draw some things on the board and show you how to build your business. So if you finish our training and then you go to join any network, by the time you get into that space with the knowledge you have, it's like, man, there's nothing you cannot decode. It will also help you in your family life, in your business, whatever you're doing, if you follow the trend of thoughts that I'll show you between today and tomorrow about the COBRA effects, the signs of unintended consequences, how quality thinking determines decisions and determines quality outcomes. Outcome thinking. Your life will change. All right. So let me know. Was that making any sense at all? Was that making any sense at all? Okay. Indeed. Somebody's saying real sense, powerful words of wisdom. Kudos to our great rabbi. Rabbi Ike. I'm happy to be part of eCommerce. So thank you so much for being a part of Indecision is a decision. Decision determines destiny. Thank God Telegram is timely alternative. Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh Lord, how great are your works. Your thoughts are deep. That's Psalm 92 verse 5. You have you've made plenty of sense, Doc. Thank you. All right. So are we good? Let me hear from you. Armstrong Eboigbe, are you a member? Charles Mezi, are you a member? Friday, Oshonya, look at now, because we didn't put adverts, people didn't come out today. Uno Moses, Nokia, Ngozi, Pauline, Gloria Egan, Glorious, because we didn't put adverts, people didn't come out as much because there's no Facebook today. People didn't show up, but we give God thanks. Yes, you're making sense. All right, so that's it for today. A great time. Don't be in a hurry to leave. Tomorrow, okay. Thanks. Started endless. Charles, okay. Wow. Okay, Charles, all the way from Port Harcourt. That's amazing. Okay, so guys, tomorrow we don't know whether Facebook will still be on and social media will still be on tomorrow, but because we can't determine, we have to think of what if. I've told you about outcome thinking. So what I would encourage us to do is, guys, you know that by 9 o'clock we'll most likely find a way to be here. So if there's a way you can send text to your people, it's the same link. What we've done is that we've created a same link. It's the same link. The link is an open Zoom link. So anytime you choose to come, you can have access here. So if by any way, this video will be uploaded on the YouTube channel. So those are, when these things open, you can go check it out. But if you want to get videos of previous events, I'm sure the admin is listening. They'll upload all the videos, including this one. I want you to listen to this video again and again, because repetition is the principle for lasting impression. Aside that, tomorrow by 9 p.m. we'll be here. I hopefully will be the one taking it to the next level. This week I decided that let me also teach, because I noticed that that some of us have not been attending classes. I'm wondering why. And our fire has gone down. How can your fire go down? Fire should not go down. You cannot start something and stop. We have to find a way to continue. So tomorrow I'll continue, share some new insights, help us go to another level of thinking, okay? Another level of thinking. And I'm sure that in a few days, we'll make it. So I've given you an offer that this week is my active week. If you have anybody you want me to talk to, anybody, any group of 2, 3, whether WhatsApp is not working now, whether it's WhatsApp or Zoom conference call, I can do it for them. I can do it for you. All right, I can do it. I can help you guys have a meeting, short meeting, show them the opportunity, talk to them for you. So throughout this week, make the calls. If I can't make the calls, at least I can just put us, schedule a time, and this how you can grow your team. Don't say, nobody wants to answer me. Nobody will answer you. I've talked to people, I've gotten my 4, I've not been able to grow more than that. It means that your leadership has not grown more. How many people have you spoken to? I'm going to have only 4. Have you spoken to 100 people? Do you have a prospect list to talk to people throughout this week? How many have you spoken to this week? Today, that is Monday, how many people have you called? You say you have spoken to people. How many people have you called? How many strangers have you called? How many people in your team, in your WhatsApp group have you called to find out how they are doing and how they are faring? Are you really a leader to them? Do you know what they are going through, and how are you showing that you can help them? Have you asked for their contacts? Have you asked for their phone numbers to call their contact? And if you're not the one to talk, have you gotten us to talk to them or your team leader to talk to them? So you think you've done enough. You're not done enough. to blot out that I've done my best. Are you sure it's your best? Is that really your best? Have you put thinking to your prospecting? Have you brought a prospect list? Have you really exploited your contacts? Have you really talked to everybody? That person you think that is a big man, I will not answer you. Have you really spoken to him? Forget the cars people are driving. They may not even have fuel to drive their car. They may be owing their children's school fees. They have had a difficult challenge in business, looking for how to start again. Just cover up. People wear facades everywhere. Have you talked to him, sir? This is an opportunity. The people are even looking for opportunities to help young people so they can free them. They are rich, but people are just sucking them dry. They're looking for you to come and meet them, tell them about an opportunity that they can empower young people and get you to teach them. You said you've done everything. Have you really done everything? Have you really done everything? So I've done everything in my marriage. Are you sure? The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your decisions. The quality of your decisions determines your destiny. Oh, my marriage is a failure. I can't work again. Are you sure? What if? Why not? That's the level and the dimension you'll be thinking about. You're not a failure. You will succeed. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.